Hey everybody, welcome to Chainsaw Rescue. Today we're going to be looking at the Stihl MS210c. This is a garage sale find. Now this saw was brought to me. I was asked if I could go through it and just make sure it's running at its peak, that there's really no big issues, replace whatever we got to replace, and get it ready for firewood this fall. So that is the plan for today. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit all. We're going to get into it. Alright guys, so the first thing I like to do is give the saw a visual inspection. This saw is pretty filthy. We'll end up giving it a bath. Being dirty and filthy doesn't necessarily affect the performance unless the motor fins and everything are clogged up with sawdust, but we'll clean it up so it looks good for the customer. Now taking a look down here at the bar, it looks pretty worn. Not just because the paint's removed, but there's a lot of discoloration here in the bar. This thing's been heated up. Running my fingernail over the edge, I can feel it's mushroomed out. This bar's been run hot a few times, and it's just worn. It's been worked over pretty good. Whoever was using it definitely got their use out of the bar and the saw by the looks of it. Have the muffler off. We're going to go ahead and check the spark arrestor. Pull this little off. Here's the screen for that. It's actually pretty clean. Whoever owned this prior must have actually done a good job keeping that clean. A lot of time these saws, the spark arrestor is just clogged up and the saw doesn't run well. Let's see if we can get this back together and then we'll move on. Alright, moving on to the back. This air filter seems to be pretty used up. We'll replace that. Pull this thing apart here. Check the spark plug. Guys, we got the spark plug out. It's actually in pretty darn good shape. Looking down here. Alright guys, we're looking at the back of the carb, back of the saw here. There's a gas line in here. I can see this thing is all weather checked. It might already be leaking. It's gonna be if it's not, so we're gonna end up replacing that. Now, we'll do that in time lapse here, and I'll do a second video on how to replace that. We'll post it here on the channel for anybody that has this saw and needs to know how to replace that line. So that'll be two separate videos. Keep that in mind. And yeah, we're gonna get into this quick though and start pulling it apart. Now we've got new bar, new chain for this saw, and we also have the Stihl service kit. This is for the MS210, 230, and 250. So this is a cool little kit. Comes with a gas filter, NGK spark plug, and a new air filter. So we're going to replace all those things on this today. Plus, I've already gone ahead and ordered up a new gas line for this unit. Now, I'll have links down below, guys, to the tools and to the parts that I'm using, if I can find the parts. The parts that I'm using are OEM. I get them through Stihl. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get the exact parts for you guys, but if I can, they'll be listed down below. If not, there'll be something similar. So just took the cover off there. Show you guys how filthy this is. That is all. We're gonna go back to high speed in a minute, but man, we're gonna clean this up. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna clean this up.
Hey guys, figured we would just go over a little bit of history of the saw while we're cleaning it up and doing the gas line and things like that here in time lapse. Now, like I said, the customer picked this up at a garage sale, wasn't able to even fire it up. They got a couple extra chains. He spent like 120 bucks on this saw. I believe when these were new, you know, you were spending around maybe 250, 270, something like that for this saw. I'm sure some of you guys will remember. Please feel free to comment below if you remember what this saw went for brand new when they were still in production. And yeah, I'd love to see those comments. So production for this saw was 2002 to 2008. That was, you know, the time frame they were making these and putting them out there. Obviously, you could still find them in decent condition or condition like this where, you know, you got to put some work in. Hopefully this will be a good runner for us. Anyway, the Stihl MS210 is a 35.2 cc chainsaw, which really isn't bad. That's a decent homeowner size saw. 2.2 horsepower, so it's got decent power for, you know, the size. It is 10.6 pounds. It's really not a bad weight, you know, power to weight ratio for this saw. It's again, it's that homeowner saw. You know, you got a decent amount of power. It's not super heavy. It's not super big. It's something you can bring out back, clear trails, clean up, do yard work, that kind of stuff. This isn't like a professional series or anything like that, but it's still nice to have something like this come through the shop and have the ability to put the time, the effort in to bring it back and, you know, have it in good working order, hopefully. So, hope you guys have been enjoying this first video on the channel. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you guys haven't already. I got a feeling these videos are going to evolve as we continue to create them and add and try new things and try different things to grow this channel.
We got the new gas line on, the new gas filter, put a new spark plug in, put the new air filter in, reassembled that whole back half that we had apart. Again, I'll have a full tutorial on how to change the gas line on your Stihl MS210c. I'll try to link it right here in this video. I'll probably even create a playlist for that kind of stuff so it can help you guys out in the future. That way there, if you know you're looking for repairs for something specific, hopefully you'll be able to find it in that playlist that I haven't named yet because I don't know what I'm going to call it. Probably just chainsaw repairs or something. Something simple. Gotta get this on the new bar. Since how this is the quick adjust setup. The saw cleaned up pretty decent compared to what it was. Sitting here looking it over. I mean, it's still got a lot of staining and there's still some crud. I know it was just kind of like a quick surface cleaning. Nothing, you know, super in depth, but enough to make the saw look a little bit nicer, you know? That's all I was really going for. I know some saw guys will, you should have tore it apart, you should have done this, you should have done that. Who knows, maybe in future videos some other units will really get into pulling them apart, but in this case this is not my personal unit, and well, you know, if you're doing work for somebody else you gotta try to accommodate their time frames and their requests and things like that. So all right, we got that on. Let's get our cover on. I'm not a fan of these quick adjusts. Sometimes these just snap super easily, like shut on you. And then I have some that don't do that. This one just does. Pain right in the butt. I prefer having, you know, the actual solid nut on there to tighten things down. All right, guys, that's it. Cover's on. Everything looks like it's ready to go. We're going to put a little moto mix in this bad boy. Get outside, fire it up for the first time since we did the work. The gas line, cleaned it up, went through it, and make a few cuts with this new bar and new chain and see how it performs. Also, keep an eye out. We'll probably be doing a little bit of firewood with this, as this is a buddy of mine's saw, and I know he's got some trees we got to do some cleanup work on. So we might put those videos on here. We'll see how this channel goes. See how everybody takes to this video, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Don't go anywhere. We're going to fire this saw up next. All right, guys, we're out here in my carving tent. We got the MS210c ready to go. I just put this piece of birch up here. Bark's already peeled. This piece has actually been sitting in the dirt. See, it's starting to get nasty there, but it is still a really solid piece. We're going to cut some cookie slices once we get it fired up. Well guys, there you go. MS210c. White. Fire it up, cut nice, fresh chain, fresh bar, spark plug, air filter, new gas line, new gas filter. Not a bad saw. I think customers gonna be really happy with that. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe guys, hit that bell, hit all. We're trying to grow this channel, Chainsaw Rescue. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Listen, if you guys want to see some chainsaw carve in action, you can check it out on my YouTube channel, KyleHallWoodworker. I'll link it here at the end. I really do appreciate you guys watching. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.